In this experiment that we will conduct today is entitled Growing Crystal, wherein you can see how crystal is formed. Your eyes will enjoy it, as well as your tummy. Do you wanna know why? Because after knowing the process on how to grow a crystal, the finished product, which is crystal itself, is edible. How amazing is that? But before we start, we should know first what are the basic guidelines to conduct a safety experiment.
First, do not wear any jewelries or accessories and wear some sensible clothing, including footwear. Second, long hair is required to be tied back to avoid catching fire. Next, wear a lab coat to protect yourself against accidental spill, for example, acids. The fourth one is wear safety goggles to shield your eyes when hitting substances. Wear a mask to protect yourself from the smell of the harmful substances. Wear gloves that are resistant to the chemicals being used. If accidents, injuries, and breakage of glass or equipment occur, report it to your instructor immediately. Follow all instructions given by your teacher. Learn how to transport all materials and equipment safely. Fooling around in the laboratory is prohibited. No eating or drinking in the lab at any time.
Now that you know what are the safety guidelines, you can now proceed to your experiment.
The materials we need for this experiment are: first, we need sugar to create the crystals form, water to dissolve and saturate the sugar when it is boiling, food coloring if you want to add flavor and cool colors in your sugar, narrow glass or jar to mix well the sugar and water, popsicle or crab stick help to set and carry to transfer the sugar in other containers, and last, clothespin to keep the stick suspended in our jar without touching the bottom.
First, let's begin by bringing 1 cup of water and boil it. Once it's boiling, stir it and put 3 cups of sugar, 1 cup at a time. Stir it until it's completely dissolved. When the sugar solution begins to bubble lightly, go ahead and remove it from the heat. At this point, you can add color and flavor to your sugar mixture if you want to. If you want, you can put 2 drops of food coloring and a splash of vanilla extract. This may cause your solution to bubble and steam.
Now, we'll allow the sugar mixture to cool for about 15 minutes. While we're waiting, we can prepare our stick and jar. Now, we are going to prime our stick for growing crystals by getting it wet and then coating it with sugar.
Once it has a good layer of sugar, set it aside and allow it to dry. Alright, it's been 15 minutes so we can pour the mixture into the jar. Be very careful because it will still be warm. If you're trying this at home, make sure an adult helps you with this part.
Next step is clip the clothespin to your stick and then place the stick in the jar.
Let's see how the sugar crystals. Carefully break the surface of the sugar with a spoon until you can pull out the stick. Then transfer it to a clean empty jar and allow all the excess mixture to drip off. Let's take a look at our finished sugar crystals. Do you see the different shapes of the sugar has formed? Is it beautiful? Now, all that's left to do is see how it tastes.
The process of crystallization is called nucleation. Generally, nucleation is defined as a process that defines how long an observer has to wait before the presence of a new phase or self-organized structure.